We're going to take you live now to Toronto City Hall, where a pair of city councillors are calling on the TTC to take action to address critical service delays and issues. Let's listen in.
These are not minor inconveniences. They disrupt lives,
affect
livelihoods, unnecessary anxiety, and erode public trust in the TTC. I've heard from so many of you about the challenges you face, and I'm here to say today, alongside my good friend, Councillor Josh Matlow, I'm proud to second a motion that puts action behind our words. This motion will tackle critical service delays and take concrete steps to improve subway reliability and ensure better communication with riders during service interruptions. This spring, we're launching a bus bunching pilot to reduce bunching on the TTC's worst performing routes, including Bathurst, Dufferin, Victoria Park, and Morningside. Using advanced tracking and real-time management, we aim to ensure buses arrive on time and are evenly spaced. If successful, we'll roll out this program across our entire network. But we're not stopping there. This motion directs the TTC to investigate the root causes of service delays, like signal issues and track maintenance, improve communication with riders during disruptions so that you're not left in the dark when things go wrong, make shuttle buses more efficient, and explore priority service lanes to provide reliable alternatives during subway interruptions. This motion reflects what we've heard loud and clear. Reliability is paramount to regain our riders' trust. We know the TTC is not just another service. It's the backbone of how Torontonians get to work, school, and appointments. It is how the city moves, and it's at the heart of creating opportunity and equity for everyone in our city. As we invest in these improvements, I want you to know that we're committed to rebuilding and regaining your trust. This is about creating a transit system you can count on, a system that works for you every single day. To everyone here, to TTC riders for their advocacy, and to every rider who has shared their frustrations and hope for the TTC, thank you. Together, we're turning the page on years of inaction, excuses, and underfunding, and focusing on solutions that matter to you. The TTC is the lifeline of our city, and with today's motion, we are making sure it delivers the reliable services you deserve and rightly expect. Thank you, and with that, I will pass it on to my colleague, Josh Matlow.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jamaal. And thank you so much, as the chair of the TTC, for your strong support of this motion and your recognition that it is so critical to finally invest in fixing the root causes of the delays that so many of us experience almost every week these days. I also want to acknowledge TTC riders for their advocacy, the pressure that they bring to bear on behalf of the many people across our city who rely on our subway, our transit system every day to get to work and school on time. I, like many of you, have been late for meetings that I needed to be at because I couldn't enjoy a reliable service on the TTC. There are delays far too often, sometimes due to signal problems, often due to maintenance, and sadly, due to trespassing on the tracks themselves. We need to deal with it, we need to fix it, so that people will see the TTC as the better way. And when there are delays that are even inevitable, when there is a good reason for one, at the very least, we need information from the TTC about how long it's going to go for, so we can make a decision about whether or not you remain or maybe try to find a different way to get around. But often, the information that comes through the loudspeaker is inaudible. It almost sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. You cannot understand what they're saying. That gives you no help at all. We also need to make sure that in a city like ours, that is way behind on expanding our system, like cities like Tokyo, Paris, London, New York, and many others have, where there's a delay on one line, people hop over to another line. We don't have that yet. So we need to be more creative with our service routes. We need to find ways to help people get around when they need to, because often it's too expensive or impossible to find a different way today. I am so happy to be working with our board, with TTC riders, and with TTC staff to finally get the results that we've needed. And as Chair Myers said, one of the root causes of our problems today is that the last administrations did not invest well enough into healing the patient. They simply just put Band-Aids on it. And we have to get ahead of it now. And that's what we're going to do together. And I'm very grateful that we're going to start that work today. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Stephanie Skodras, and I am a frequent TTC rider. Just over a week ago, on the morning of Friday, January 17th, I was taking the subway to work from Lansdowne Station to St. George. When the train arrived,
we've heard from the chair and commissioner of the TTC this morning at City Hall again, talking about looking into the root cause of disruptions and also the communications that TTC riders need in order to better understand what's happening, on our subway system, in some cases on a day-to-day basis. And for commuters who use it heavily, sometimes they feel it happens a little too frequently.